If there's one piece of gear you should not skimp on, it is your helmet. In fact, it is the most important thing that you can purchase, aside from the motorcycle, of course. That's why I don't understand why there are people out there who refuse to wear one. Or some who refuse to wear one properly and just make it patong on their head and not have it fastened properly. And then there's the pillions who will ride at the back of a motorcycle and use the helmet to store their groceries. These are all things that have happened. So I don't understand why. And then there's this guy who tried to pass off a caldero for a helmet.
Naman ang hinuling angkas, wala raw kasi siyang pambili ng helmet. Kaya naisip niyang kaldero ang gamitin.
Guys, I don't get it. Why? It is not just against the law, it is for your own safety. Motorcycle helmets have come a long way. They've gotten harder, better, faster, stronger. And that's why the now defunct Daft Punk used their helmets even when they weren't on bikes all around the world, all the way till the end. Anyway, here's a breakdown of why myself and some other members of the MotoDeal team absolutely love the top-of-the-range HJC RPHA 11 helmet from behind the desk. A lot of people have been asking me about this helmet, so hopefully this answers most of the questions. I've been using this helmet for a little over a month now as my daily, whether it's for short city rides or for long all-day shoots and even some long-distance trips. Now, this lid was really designed for sport bikes on the track and really aggressive riding, but it works fantastic for normal use as well. The shell is made of a composite of carbon fiber, aramid, and fiberglass, dubbed PIM Plus by HJC, or Premium Integrated Matrix. It has 3 sizes. One shell for XS and S, another for medium and large, and finally a third for extra large and double XL. This is my personal helmet. It's a medium and weighs in at 1.36 kilograms minus the comms device. The extra large carbon fiber, which is a different shell from this one, weighs the same, which is pretty impressive. If you look at the design of the helmet, it has a very aerodynamic look. It is significantly narrower than most helmets, and that's not just for aesthetics. Now, I personally don't like feeling like a bobblehead while on a bike. It's also because this has been tested in a wind tunnel. Keep in mind, it was really meant for the racetrack and being in the full tuck position. But you can ride with this helmet on a naked bike in a semi-tuck or 3/4 position, or all the way up. Just angle your head a little differently. The RPHA 11 has these, the emergency quick release system, which you can pull on these red tabs and that will loosen the pads and you can get the rider out of the helmet in case of an emergency. HJC has a rapid fire system for quick removal of the visor, which might be the easiest one I've come across. It's even easier to put the visor back on. Just align and click in like so. There are 6 detents and it works really well. You can ride around with it fully open, and then you can ride around as well in the city position to get some airflow in there, even more airflow I should say, and not worry that it's gonna just close on you. Now, if you wanna get on the expressway and go at speed, you can actually close it like that and it's gonna lock properly. But if you're on the racetrack, you want a little bit more security so that the visor won't fly off. And that's when you can do the extra locking mechanism like so. And that thing's not gonna come off. The visibility is quite good with a large visor aperture and expanded vertical field of view for full tuck riding. It also comes with a Pinlock 120 fog proofing that's attached to the dark visor I have on, which comes with the helmet when you purchase it. The stock lens is a clear visor, so you get 2 options in the box. The breath guard is there as well to help keep your lenses from fogging too quickly without the Pinlock. I honestly haven't had any major issues with the visor fogging up on me, partly thanks to the Pinlock, the breath guard, and of course, the amazing ventilation system. Apart from that, you get lens tear-off posts that protect your lens and is a great way to quickly get a clear view of the road ahead. You simply just tear it off. Now, I never got around to actually using this feature, but track riders who constantly get asphalt and rocks hurled at their face will absolutely appreciate it. Now, because we live in a very hot country, I always consider the ventilation system of a helmet extremely important, and this baby does not disappoint. HJC calls it the Advanced Channeling Ventilation System, or ACS. It's pretty awesome, and removing the pads reveal a lot of airflow channels, and inspecting the pads themselves reveals just how integrated and thought out the design of the RPHA is. You've got a lot of vents on this bad boy. You got two up here that you can control with these wheels. You have one by the brow. You have two down here that you can control from inside the helmet actually. And then of course you have this little one right here. Over in the back you have a couple of vents as well. You have these two exhausts right here on each side. And underneath this beautiful spoiler, you have vents as well. And these all work together to create a Venturi effect. And that's gonna take the hot, moist air out of the lid. You'd think with all the ventilation and air in your head, it would be a pretty loud helmet. But honestly, it isn't. In fact, as you can see, I have my cardo attached to this lid. And for the first time, I can actually hear the people I'm riding with. When I use some of my other helmets, if I go around 80 kilometers per hour, I can't hear anyone. With the RPHA 11, I even have to turn the volume of the cardo down. It's life-changing, I tell you, and it's got the cutouts for the JBL speakers inside for the cardo pack talk. Now, if you have a different comms device like this Parani, it can hold that as well. The interior of the helmet feels really premium, and it's pretty darn comfortable with a fully removable and washable, moisture-wicking, quick-drying, anti-odor, and antibacterial liner that HJC calls multi-cool. The pods actually have this thing called Polygene, which is an antimicrobial fabric that is not only super effective, it also feels ultra premium on your skin. It does smell really good, and I just rode around in EDSA. I also wear glasses when I ride, and this helmet has grooves inside here, so it won't be digging into your head like some other helmets. As I said earlier, the RPHA 11 is a lot slimmer than most other helmets. And people online have said that you need to size up when purchasing the lid. I'm here to tell you that's not necessarily true. When I got the helmet, I was choosing between a large and a medium. Now, I went with a medium because I wanted something that was race fit and really, really snug. And the first time I put it on, my cheeks was like this. And it was kind of difficult to talk, and I don't know if you guys noticed that on some of the MotoDeal videos on our YouTube channel. But after a month of riding around and using it pretty much every day, it eventually molded to my face. And even though it's still nice and snug, I can say that it's absolutely perfect right now. Now, if you normally wear a large in HJC helmets, then that's when you might want to consider sizing up to an XL, because the large and the XL shells are different. However, do take note that this is a very track-oriented or sport-oriented helmet, so you should expect a very snug fit. Gear nuts in the industry call this race fit, because when you're on a sport bike doing head checks left and right, looking where you want to go, you'd want to be one with the helmet. And being really snug also helps with the wind noise. Now, the RPHA 11s come with a whole different range of graphics, from this one, which is called the Misano, and other normal-looking graphics. And then you have the DC, Marvel, even Star Wars graphics, which cost a little bit more. And then, of course, my personal favorite, the carbon fiber. I think it looks the best, in my opinion. But you also have the plain-looking ones, the Pearl White Ryan that we have here, which also has its own fan base. You have the ECE sticker at the back, and I'm pretty sure that some of you guys have seen the videos online that say that the RPHA 11s are both ECE and DOT. Now, where's the DOT sticker? Well, there's a good reason behind it. The RPHA 11s in the Philippines come straight from Korea, where HJC is from. And Triumph JT, the distributors of HJC in the country, had the option to choose between DOT and ECE. They chose the ECE standard because it is a little bit lighter and fits the Asian head better than the DOT standard variant. I hope that clarifies that a bit. Also, we've seen online the carbon version is only DOT, but in fact, here in the Philippines, the carbon version of the RPHA 11 is only ECE. Let's talk about the price. The HJC RPHA 11 starts at 19,000 Philippine pesos for the standard solid colors like this one right here. The normal graphics like this one starts at 22,000, while the special graphics and the carbon fiber will go from 26,000 all the way to 28,490. Now, it is an absolute premium helmet, and considering what you get with all its features, honestly, HJC probably could have charged more. You can get the HJC RPHA 11 helmet from the Triumph JT stores. The main office is in Caloocan. They are available throughout the country through many retailers. To find out the closest location near you, check out Triumph JT on Facebook. For more gear reviews and some great deals on some MCs, log on to www.motodeal.com.ph. This has been Jinno Rufino from Behind the Desk.